How's it going, guys? My name is Dave Pallets. I'm a full-time eBay reseller. In this video, we're going to be talking about a lot of people that are leaving eBay. Let's get into it. Alrighty, guys. So I watch a couple of eBay YouTubers. I watch quite a bit of them. I barely started getting into it, watching that kind of niche. Mainly, I'm watching other stuff. But now, since I started getting more serious on here, I want to see what everyone else is doing. And I've noticed a lot of people have been completely like almost ending eBay because of the summer slowdown. I feel like summer slowdown kicked a lot of people off of eBay, and I want to give my thoughts on that and why I think people did that. And I think with Whatnot, you know, like what Whatnot has created as well and all that stuff. So let's get into it. We're not going to talk about anything else, just that. So basically, guys, I think a lot of people are kind of impatient. You know, summer slowdown hit them very hard, slowed down their sales, and they didn't weather the storm to see the sunlight. A lot of people started doing Whatnot aggressively from the YouTuber community because their eBay sales slowed down, and they were like, oh, screw this, I'm out of here. Like, eBay slow, let's hop on Whatnot. And then a lot of them I'm seeing now, their Whatnot slowed down. And then they started coming back to eBay, or a lot of people just stopped eBay completely and then just stuck to Whatnot. What I noticed, guys, when it comes to summer slowdown, yeah, it does slow down, definitely. There's no if, ands, or buts about it. It slows down in the summer, but if you're listing 20 items per day in the winter, don't list 20 items a day in the summer. List way more. Be way more aggressive. Sell stuff a little cheaper, list way more items, and that's how you kind of fight the summer slowdown. Don't quit it because you're listing 10 or 20 in the winter, 20 in the summer, and then your sales slow down. Literally, you have to do way more in the summer. You get whatever you put your mind and your attention to in that moment, you're gonna get money. If I put my time and attention into Whatnot right now, I'm gonna make a lot of money on Whatnot. If I put a lot of time and attention into eBay, I'm going to make a lot of money on eBay. But if I skip the ship and stop doing eBay and I focus a lot on Whatnot, then, you know, my sales are obviously going to slow down on eBay. It's not just put up a certain amount of items year round and get the same exact result. Each time period within the year changes a lot. We're coming into Q4. The sales are a lot higher. I'm starting to notice that immediately. But I weathered the storm in the summer, and a lot of people didn't. A lot of people did, and I think a lot of people panicked, and that is not good. Just because it's slow for a period of time within the year, doesn't mean you should just quit. You guys have to get there's rough patches in every business, and a lot of people didn't even wait for that. They just saw that eBay was kind of slow, and they dipped immediately, and they weren't patient. I think a lot of people struggle with that overall in this era, is they go from one thing to one thing. They go from crypto, and they go from crypto to door dashing, and they go from door dashing to some other side hustle, drop shipping, and they don't stay consistent with one specific thing. And I think that's a lot of people's downfall. That sometimes is my downfall. I'm trying to do YouTube and eBay, but I'm trying to do both at a very high level, and I feel like they're intertwined. So that's kind of my thought process on that. But a lot of people go from shiny thing to shiny thing, and they don't really stick with one thing 100% for many years strong, without stopping the foot without taking their foot off the pedal. They just kind of go from one thing to one thing. And yeah, a lot of people are seeing a lot of success with Whatnot. I did 2 shows. I made a good amount of money, but that's not the business model that I want to have. I don't want to buy stuff for $1 or $2, sell it for $5, $6, make $600 in one day. But that is cool. But I'd rather make $600 in one day with, I don't know, 15 items instead of 60, 70. It's a lot of stuff that you have to outsource, and people on Whatnot only buy the best stuff. Like, they were only trying to buy my Carhartt, my Ariat, my Lululemon. I'm like, well, that they only buy that kind of stuff. They won't buy the extra stuff that we know is good for eBay. So honestly, I'd rather just list that stuff on eBay. And Whatnot is cool. It's a whole different thing. It's a whole different business model, but I like doing eBay, and I'm going to stick with eBay. And throughout the years, many years from now, I'm going to weather the storm of whatever comes, whatever changes come. When there's slow seasons, I'm going to just weather through it, because I truly believe that for me, eBay is going to be a huge thing. And for me, eBay is going to be my best opportunity to make a lot of money. And I'm going to weather the storms of whatever comes. And I'm not going to jump ship just because there are some slow patches in this. I'm trying to do this for a very long time. If there is a rough 3 months, 4 months, especially in my transition from electronics to clothing, any transition you make, let's say if you started, if you were doing electronics and then you switch from clothing, there's going to be a drop. And I got rid of a bunch of stuff. It was a whole learning curve, right? And I did that switch in the summer on top of that. So my sales tanked. It was a whole learning curve and a whole switch on how I do everything, right? And I didn't give up, and now it's selling a lot more, and now we're moving in like an upwards trajectory slope of the chart and everything. And now it's going good because I didn't panic. I didn't cry and then start doing one knot. I tried one knot just to see what the hype was about. I just stuck with eBay. I knew it was going to keep working, and I knew that if I kept working on it and if I was consistent, it was going to work well for me and great for me in the future if I just keep going. And like, it goes back to this one video I made that people were telling me to quit. Stuff is going to get hard. Stuff always gets hard. There's going to be months where it's going to be very tight on the money, but maybe you're doing something wrong. I was doing something wrong. I did a switch, and now it's going better. You guys should make a switch. Look at your business that you guys got going on and see if you guys can change something. Because for the most part, eBay is very simple, and it doesn't take a mad scientist to do this whatsoever. Like, I'm doing it. Definitely, I think that people that actually are successful in any realm and anything is that you don't quit and you don't take your foot off the pedal. I'm completely against quitting in anything if you truly believe in it. When I stop doing YouTube, my YouTube slows down. When I stop doing eBay and I'm doing something else, my eBay is going to slow down. If I'm not doing whatnot whatsoever, it's slowing down. Like, literally, you can apply that to anything. If you're doing DoorDash all day and you stop doing as much DoorDash, then you're going to make less money. And that goes with anything in the entrepreneurial world. It's not a flat line that you just make a certain amount no matter what. It changes a lot. A lot of people on my Instagram, I've been posting a lot of reels, and a lot of them went viral, and they got a lot of the crowds that don't really resell, and they ask me, how much do you make? And I'm like, I don't even know. Like, every year I make more, or every year, some years I make less. Like, there's not a set amount, like, oh, I make 50,000 a year no matter what. No, this is totally different. Like, it depends on how much effort you put in and what you're doing and what kind of stuff you're selling. Like, this year, I think we're doing like 170,000 in sales. Next year, if I continue this trajectory with these kinds of items, with the effort I'm putting in for the future, we're going to make a hell of a lot more than 170. But it's just a little annoying when people ask how much you make, because I don't know how much I'm going to make next year, but I know it's going to be like probably double. And it's just so many variables go into how much you make on eBay. And that's just a little tangent, but it all changes. When it's slow in the summer, list way more items, put in way more work. When it's in the wintertime and it's going really good, don't slow down, keep going, list even more items. And that's just the name of the game when it comes to eBay. And I don't know if I was like, I made this video out of nowhere. I just wanted to pump one out and also talk about that, because I did notice that with a lot of the YouTubers that are doing a lot of whatnot. Like even the bigger ones, like I'm not even gonna say any names, but they don't do eBay at all. Like, cause a lot of them are making a lot of money with YouTube, and I get it. But me personally, I'm gonna continue doing eBay at a very high level and keep growing on it and keep learning a lot and keep sharing my journey on here. And I'm not gonna jump ship on eBay unless for some reason I get banned, which I don't think. A lot of people talk crap about my negative feedbacks, but I think we've gotten 2 negative feedbacks in the last month, and if I continue that pace of negative feedbacks. I will only have 36 for the year right now, or at one point I had 140 for the year. So eventually I'm going to be like a 99 or 98% feedback, which I know is some people that's like, oh, why aren't you at 100? But I was at 92.2 and now I'm at 94.1 within a month and a half. So over time they're going to come off and that's going to change. To kind of summarize this whole video, when stuff gets tough, don't quit. When stuff is tough on eBay in the summer, put in way more effort because it does slow down for everyone. If I'm doing 40 items per day year round, pretty much, aside from the summer, in the summertime I got to do 60 to 70. I got to ramp it up way more to fight the slow sales when people aren't on the eBay platform, and I got to list way more stuff. And right now I'm already thinking about the summertime. I'm trying to bulk up my store an extreme amount that when the summer comes, like there's absolutely no way I can be losing in the summer either way. That there's so many good items in my store that I'm going to be selling so many every day, and that's just how eBay works. Don't quit when it's hard. You only lose when you quit, and just keep going, guys. If it's with Whatnot, go hard on Whatnot, but it's going to slow down if you take your attention off of it. Whatever you put your attention on is what's going to make you more money, guys. There's slow sales when you take your attention off of it, and you know, maybe there's way more competition now and you got to be listing way more. Five years ago you were making a certain amount of money with 5 items a day that you were listing. It's probably way different now, guys. Maybe you got to do double that. So the answer is always list more, put in way more effort, and do everything quicker. So if you guys found some kind of inspiration with this video, drop a thumbs up, comment, or consider subscribing, guys. Don't quit when stuff is hard. Keep your head up. Catch you guys later.